All right, so question 4 has a quadrilateral, a four-sided figure QRST. It's shown in the coordinate plane. And we have Richard and Haley who is going to complete two different transformations on quadrilateral QRST. So this is a topic that we did not get to cover this year. So I'm going to do my best here to show you what each transformation looks like. So let's start by looking at what I colored in here. So we haven't talked about this extensively, but we know that the coordinate plane is broken up into 4 parts. So a blue part, a red, yellow, green. And above or below each of those, I kind of noted that here, the X number is positive, the Y number is positive. So this is the positive coordinate quadrant, Where our shape lives is in a negative X, but a positive Y, so negative positive quadrant. Yellow looks like a sleepy owl there, but that is our negative quadrant, negative X, negative Y. And then lastly, in green, we go positive X, but a negative Y, so positive, negative. And that's going to come into play a little bit in part A, and maybe a little bit of part B as well. All right, let's take a look at part A. Oh, also, last thing, I'm going to use my patty paper or tracing paper to sort of assist me through this problem, and it will give you guys a great visual. All right, so part A, Richard will rotate quadrilateral QRST 180 degrees clockwise about the origin to form this new quadrilateral Q prime, R prime, S prime, T prime. Which of the following statements about the coordinates X and Y of point Q prime is true? Will they both be positive? Will they both be negative? Will X be negative and Y be positive? Or will X be positive and Y be negative? So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use my tracing paper here, and I'm going to perform this transformation. I'm going to rotate or turn this figure 180 degrees clockwise. So I'm going to put my pencil right on the origin, and every time I match up my lines here underneath, that's 90 degrees. And then if I keep spinning it, and I go another 90 degrees, that's 180 degrees. And I can see that my shape will start here and end up in that green quadrant. And what do I know about the green quadrant? The X coordinate's positive, and the Y coordinate is negative, making D our right answer here. Okay. So again, just turning this, I put my pencil on the origin, and I use my other finger, and I just kind of turn that around like a Ferris wheel. 90, 180, 270, and then a full rotation would be, of course, 360 degrees. All right, so there's part A. Now part B is about Haley. Haley transforms this original shape, QRST, and she's going to form a second new shape, Q double prime, R double prime, S double prime, T double prime. The coordinates of X and Y of point T, so this point, will both be negative. So we can already kind of visualize that it's going to have to end up in this yellow quadrant here. If T double prime is both negative, it has to be in negative quadrant. It has to be in that yellow. So let's take a look and let's see which transformation it could be by doing each of them using our tracing paper here. So the first one up is a reflection or reflected across the y-axis. So here's our y-axis. We're going to take this shape, and a reflection, different than a rotation. A reflection is when you sort of flip the shape. So you fold the paper over, and where does that end up? That ends up in the blue quadrant, which is positive, positive. And we know they're both negative, so it can't be A. We'll eliminate A as the wrong answer. Next one up is B. It is a reflection again, so it's another flip. But this time, it's over the x-axis. So here's the x-axis. We're going to sort of fold that paper along that x-axis. And look at that. That's where we want it to be, our yellow. So I think B is our answer, but let's double check to make sure the other two do not work. We got a rotation of 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. So clockwise like a clock, 90. That's going to end up in the blue. No bueno, no good there. And then the last one we haven't seen yet is called the translation, or the shape's been translated. And a translation is kind of like a slide. We're going to slide the paper 3 units right and then 5 units down. So you're going to kind of see, I'm going to travel over 1, 2, 3 units right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. There's our translation. And it looks like our shape sort of in between yellow and green. But we wanted T double prime to be in that yellow quadrant. And it looks like T is living in that green quadrant. So close, but no cigar. D is out, which means B is our only right answer there. So I hope that visual helps there using that tracing paper for a topic that unfortunately we didn't get to cover, but hopefully we made a little bit more sense of it. Thanks for watching, guys.